everybody, it's Stacy Duffy here, your Denver Metro real estate resource, and today I wanted to give you some tips on keeping your residential investment properties rented. So trying to minimize that vacancy rate so you can maximize your cash flow on a month-to-month and annual basis. So a few things as far as property management, but really just keeping renters in the property. Consider doing, let's say your renters gave you notice or your tenants gave you notice and said, hey, we're going to be out of the property in 60 days. So you list the property for sale, get some details, all that good stuff. When you advertise that property, put as many details as you can in that information, in that listing. So whether it's online, if you want, put it in a flyer in a drop box outside of the house. But make sure all of the information that someone would call you and ask is on there. It's all about saving your time, right? And especially if you're managing your own properties. So make sure to put on there if you allow pets. If you do, what kind of pets, what weight limits, how many. If you require an extra pet deposit, what types of floors are in the house? Is it hardwood floors? Is it carpet? Are they brand new? Is it updated? Is there granite? How big is the backyard? How big is the garage? Does the neighborhood allow, boats, RVs, trailers to be parked there? All that kind of stuff. What school district is it in? What are the daycares close by? Obviously the basic stuff, bedroom, bathroom size, and how much for rent. But put on there if you'd be willing to do shorter term leases, what the background check or credit requirements are of all your renters, all that kind of stuff. Because anytime someone calls you and asks you those questions, if you can save that time, if you're managing and renting these properties out yourself, then that saves your time, right? So try to put all the information that all those people want to call and ask you in the ad. Because if that answers their question, then they didn't waste your time. So that's nice. Save yourself some time there. The second thing is consider doing weekly showings. So instead of just showing the property whenever the, prospective tenant wants to go see it, say, hey, out of respect to our tenants, because people want to know that their landlord respects their tenants. So out of respect to our current tenants, yes, they will be moving out. But we only do, once a week, one day, every week, we show the property, whatever's convenient for those tenants. So for example, if it's Wednesday nights or something, say, okay, we do showings on Wednesday nights from 5 to 7, and I have these 5 appointments available for this coming week. So, obviously that limits who is going to be able to see the property and who you can rent it out to. But chances are, if they want to see it and they want to rent it, they'll figure it out, right? So, and if they're really pushy about you being on their schedule, then maybe those aren't the renters or the tenants that you want to have in the property. And it also shows that you respect the current tenants that you have in the property. And people feel a little bit more understanding and obligated to work with that schedule then, because they want to be in that same position later. It also sets that expectation with whoever you end up renting the property to, that when it comes time for them to move out and for you to rent it again, that you're going to expect the same thing of them. So let's say that works out, they want to set an appointment to go see it, require that they fill out an application before they see the property. If people aren't willing to fill out an application before they go and look at it, then they probably don't want to be in it that bad. It also allows you to pre-qualify your tenants. Just like anybody that's looking to buy a house, before we go look at, 17 homes, I'm going to make sure that they're capable of purchasing a house. So before you're going to rent out, take the time to show someone the house, make sure they're capable of actually renting it. Have them fill out an application. Not saying you have to do all the due diligence on your end, but at least that shows that they're invested enough to take the time to fill out an application. So anyway, there's just a few tips. So doing, putting all the information in the ad, doing the weekly showings, and then asking your prospective tenants to fill out an application before you show them the property. So just a few tips to save you some time, hopefully get you a little bit better quality tenants in your property, all that kind of stuff. So, and also I forgot to mention, when you're doing the ad and all that kind of stuff with all the info, put lots of pictures in there. Spend the money on some professional photos. As I've mentioned this before, it doesn't matter if you're renting, selling, whatever. Photos are worth $100. Spend the money and have nice photos taken, okay? Because people want to know, what the layout's like, what the bathrooms look like, has the kitchen been updated, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Please feel free to leave them down below. And if you want to reach out to me directly, my contact information is on my website. Link for that is down below as well. So thanks so much for the time, and have a great day.